everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been quite some time since I've last filmed. I would say probably 1 to 2 months ago was my last video. I've been insanely busy. I'm super sorry for kind of delaying this video. I've gotten a lot of comments and messages on Instagram regarding when I would be filming this, so I am finally filming my necklace review videos. So I'll go through the necklaces I do have, kind of give you guys my overall recommendation. And I did end up selling one necklace in between being able to make this video. So I'll still talk about that, but I don't have it in front of me to actually give you guys up close and personal on how I would stack it. But I do have other videos where I showed it, so I can always just link those down below. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. First, I'm going to go over each necklace individually. I'll talk about the price, the chain length, and overall wearability. And then at the end of the video, I'll show you guys how I stack them and my personal preference. So with this one is the Van Cleef & Arpels Sweet Alhambra. It is in the stone color cornelian, and I did end up getting this adjusted, so I added an extra link. So I'll show you guys here. The small one measures 17.5, then this one is 19, and this one is 21. And I added this one so I could layer it more easily. The price currently is $1,580. They are having a price increase, so this will probably go up by a few percentages. I think June 1st they're having an increase. And this is in rose gold. So the chain length is rose gold. The carnelian varies from like a kind of more orange tone to a deeper red. I would say mine is more of a deeper red than the orange tone. In terms of wearability, so with all the precious stones, semi-precious stones that Van Cleef & Arpels has to offer, you're not really supposed to get them wet because they can end up shrinking. And I have more of an in-depth video kind of Van Cleef & Arpels and the stones and kind of wearability in another video, so I'll link it down below just in case you guys want to have more of an understanding. But again, I usually don't wear this in the shower. I take it off basically just in case so that the stone doesn't tarnish. You can replace the stone, and that's an added fee. But again, I think that might be changing as well. But in my old video, I think I quoted it for the stones for like at least a 5 motif that I have. But again, those can always fluctuate. It's just something to keep in mind. You can wear it all the time. But if you do, you risk the stone tarnishing, getting smaller, and or just ruining the luster of it, so the overall shine. This is from Cartier. So this is the Cartier amulet in the extra small size. This currently retails for $2,180. There's a diamond in the center, and then the back and the front is malachite. Again, the chain is also in rose gold, so this is also in rose gold, and I didn't have this one adjusted, so these are the lengths that it comes with. So these two chain lengths measure at 19.5 and 22.5. So this one's a little longer. And again, one of the things I really like about this one, and the Sweet doesn't do this, but the Vintage does, is that the way the necklace is connected makes it so that it doesn't move. This isn't moving, it kind of stays where it is. But with this, it's not set in place, so this can always end up moving, and that can be a little frustrating when you're wearing the necklace, but I still love it anyway, just because I love the color of it. But I know for the Vintage one, which I ended up selling, I used to have that in mother of pearl, that also stayed in place like the amulet. This is also by Cartier. This is I might be mispronouncing it, but the Lagars in pink sapphire. One thing to know, and I made a video about this, are these two, the amulet collection and the Lagars pink sapphire, and they also have like a blue sapphire. Those are discontinuing, so if you do want to purchase them, I would definitely purchase it sooner rather than later, just so you're able to get your hands on it in store. But this one is the pink sapphire, also in rose gold. So all 3 of these are rose gold. My mother of pearl used to be in yellow gold, but I found that I really like the subtle effect on the necklaces, at least in rose gold. My jewelry is yellow gold, so my bracelets over here are yellow gold. But I do mix metals because like even the ring I'm wearing is white gold. But I love how the necklaces are in rose gold. I think they complement the colors really well. This one I also had shortened so that could be more of a choker. So these measure at, and I had an extra link added. So for the amulet, the smallest one measures at 16.5, and then it's 19.5, and then 22.5. Okay guys, so I'm wearing the pink sapphire necklace right now, And this is at the shortest hoop, so this is the choker style. Again, I did add an extra loop to make it tighter, so this is the 16.5 length. I personally wear this every day. I don't wear it on the smallest. I usually wear it on the 19.5, so the middle loop. And I shower with this. I wear it all the time, and it's just kind of my everyday daily necklace. I do like how I can wear it all the time. So the other two stones, the malachite and the cornelian, I don't wear all the time. I'll switch them on and off, but this one I will wear all the time just because it's very easy to wear. It's just pink sapphire and rose gold, and I love the subtle effect. So one thing I would note, though, is when I do wear it on the choker, obviously, as you guys can see, I'm talking, it does move up and down just based on my neck moving. But I'll show you guys now it at the medium length, which is the length I usually wear it at all the time. So this is the length, and this is how I started the video. This is the length I wear it at. This is the 19.5. So if you were to purchase the Lagars, and they also have in a regular diamond version, pink sapphire, and I believe if they still have it, the blue one as well, this is the length that it'll come with. So at least on my neck, this is how it sits. And again, there's one bigger length, which is the 22.5. So the length I just showed you before is the one I added when I got the extra loop to make it smaller and tighter on my neck for stocking purposes. But this is the one where I wear it every day, daily. It's how I did the intro to the video. I like it personally at this length. If it's just going to be an everyday buyer's, nothing else wearing it with necklace, this works really well. I stacked this now. So this one's still on the 19.5 and this one's on the 21. So the longest length for the Sweet Alhambra. I did have this in the mother of pearl, the vintage size, so it's slightly bigger, and I have a video comparing the two, the Sweet and the vintage, so I'll link those down below, which is really helpful if you're deciding which size fits you. I personally ended up selling the mother of pearl and the vintage size. I thought the vintage was not really the look that I personally like to go for every day. I think I like more dainty necklaces. I like to stack them. I think this is so cute, even though it's pink and red. I really like how they both kind of sit on each other and stack against each other. And I love the size of the Sweet. So I think for me, it just made sense to keep the Sweet. And then I ended up selling the vintage Alhambra because I wasn't actually wearing it because I didn't really enjoy the size so much on myself. So this is the 21 inch and this is the 19.5. One thing to note too is I don't wear this in the shower. I wear this all the time, every day. This one I do take off and I am more mindful just because of the stone itself. Now I'm wearing all three. So I wouldn't stack all these three together at once, but for the video and for purposes of just seeing the sizing, this is the longest on the Sweet. So this is the 21 and this is the 22.5, the longest on the amulet. I just wanted to show you for comparison how they look on my neck. Obviously everyone has different body frames, so it's not going to look exactly the same, but just for comparison, just kind of see the difference between the 21 and the 22.5. Again, this is still in the 19.5, so I did add an extra loop, which would make it a little tighter, and I could wear this on the middle one and then keep this one at the 22.5, and they could all stack nicely together. I just personally wouldn't do it just because it's red on pink on green, but I do have a David Yurman diamond necklace that I sometimes pair this with just because that one doesn't have a specific color, so it's a lot easier to kind of pair these colors with. But obviously for the purpose of this video, I wanted to show you guys how it just looked all three all together. Another thing to note that can be super frustrating if you do have the Sweet necklace is that the chain length does move. So it kind of can get in your way and kind of get tangled, especially if you're stacking with multiple necklaces, while both Cartier pieces don't move. So that makes it really easy that it's going to stay where it's supposed to be placed on your neck. The vintage size does have the same mechanism when it comes to the chain, so it doesn't move as well, but I ended up selling that one like I mentioned before. This is my David Yurman one. Again, this one's even longer than the 22.5. I didn't measure this one because it is a little tangled, so it wouldn't give the true measurement because I haven't untangled it, which is my fault, but it is longer than the amulet, so I would say it has a lot more room. In terms of stacking, it's really nice to stack with other necklaces. I love this one too because it's just yellow gold with diamonds, so it makes it really easy to match with the colors. Some things to keep in mind is that anytime you're buying a necklace with a precious or semi-precious stone, you do risk having to baby it more just because they are more delicate. So with my diamond pieces in yellow gold and the pink sapphire, those pieces I can wear all the time in the shower and I don't really baby it, but my malachite and the cornelian one, I do end up babying more just because, and the stone itself can end up getting damaged if it is presented with water and or perfume and other chemicals or irritants that we put on our body like lotion and just anything that kind of can ruin the stone itself and the luster. Another thing to keep in mind is that the sweet Alhambra versus the vintage, that chain mechanism is slightly different. So if you like your necklace to stay in place more, you might want to opt for the vintage size. And if you don't really, prefer it can move around, just like even this one, then you can go with the sweet size. But I personally love the sweet size just because I think it suits more of what I like to do with my necklaces, which is stack them. And then also I prefer more daintier pieces when it comes to necklaces. And that's pretty much it though for this video. If you guys have any additional questions, leave a comment down below. Hopefully this helped in terms of just kind of giving you guys an overview on the necklaces themselves and the different ones from different collections and kind of how the chain sizes vary and how they even just look on or even put together. But I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!